I think, and now I will get into all those comments and see if there is something unanswered. Here in the same situation. My boy is 7 months now, better than I could have imagined. Yeah, to raise a dog like Akita is like raising a small child. That is so true. And yeah, I already commented that 3 years ago, but it's so true. I always say that when he's like very stubborn, like you can't move with him anymore. Maybe I can look for a video and just put it here somewhere so you see what I mean. But I always say to him, "Oh, you're like a fucking child." It really is. Like I couldn't agree more with that one. Somebody has an American Akita, also a very cute breed. If you're a calm person, a calm situation, are willing to do your research and assert your leadership on your dog in a gentle way and enforce rules in your house in the right way, then sure an Akita could work out for you. Yes, yes. This sentence is, I could never describe it better. This is what you need to keep in mind if you want to have an Akita. Of course, you can't always stay calm. It's normal. It's like me when I had a total breakdown, but then you just have to think rationally. Just go home and cool off. Yes, they're so sweet and fantastic the way they are. And yeah, but if you get an Akita and treat it like a Labrador, the trouble waiting to happen. Yes, yes. Always keep in mind you have a big fucking cat at home, a 40-kilo cat. And I really love those comments. Like, thank you so much. I did a lot of research, and I still think I should have done even more. But that's always like this in the end. You're doing something and thought you did great, and in the end you're thinking, maybe it wasn't enough. I think I underestimated some things, even though I already knew that it will be hard, but I still underestimated some things. Puberty wasn't that bad actually, but it was like when he turned like 3 years old, then all this shit happened. Well, I think like what the fuck? You weren't like this at puberty, why now? But yeah. Anyway, just keep reading. Really insecure about getting such a difficult breed. Watching this was a huge boost in confidence for me because I was researching everything I could about the breed, but always just to stay away if I wasn't experienced with them. Yes, it's still, I would still say the same. You can get an Akita as a first time dog owner. Because even if you had dogs before, it doesn't matter. My mother had dogs before, and like normal dogs are so different from Akitas that it's like you never had a dog before, if you know what I mean. Like my mother had a dog, and now she's also taking care of Taro, and it doesn't matter that she had a dog before because it's so different from her dog before. Yeah, female Akitas. I heard that they are a little bit calmer, a little bit more obedient. I just heard it. I don't know because I don't have a female Akita. I really want to know how it would be if Taro was female. I don't know. It's not just about gender. I think it's about also the character of each individual dog, of course. Yeah, it also said it drives me crazy when people just want a dog because they superficially like the breed, only to give them up when they need more than they thought. Yes, that's why I'm always saying a lot of negative things now about Akitas to my friends, to my colleagues, to anyone I know, basically. I always say, no, you don't want an Akita. One of my friends, she's always saying, oh, I really want a dog. And if I could have a dog, I would get an Akita like Taro. I'm like, no, 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 you don't want to. No, no, please don't. Because I think for most of the people, Akita is not the perfect fit, to be honest. I find Akitas very relatable. I also will not follow commands unless I'm giving any good reason. Yes, that's also true. That's why I like this breed so much because they're so relatable. My mother always says to me, like, oh, Taro's like you when you were a child. And even now, sometimes. So I see myself in Taro. So it's very relatable for me. That's also why I really love Akitas. Ah, yeah, stuff but gentle. Oh, Taro is so gentle. It, sometimes when he picks up a ball or something, like, he's so gentle with it. Like, oh no, he never broke a toy. Never, never happened before. He's so gentle with everything. And he's always crying when he sees a cat or I don't know any kind of animal. But I'm never sure if like if he wants to hunt them or he wants to just like he's just curious and wants to get closer. But I don't want to find out, so I don't let him. But he's always crying, and it's so cute. If any one of you who commented the video like 2 or 3 years ago who also had an Akita, I would be very interested how you're doing today. Would be so interesting to me. What are you doing like today? Like how are you doing today with your Akita? He's so huge and fluffy. Yes, he is. He is. I would just look a little bit through if there are some questions. Akitas are a wonderful breed, but they're also very primitive. Yes, they don't want to please you all the time. They won't listen to you all the time either. But if they do, it's on their terms. Yes, I can't say anything more to that. Just yes, that's true. Here's the question. Can the dog stay alone until I come and take it for a walk? Any advice? I can just say Taro can stay alone for up to 8 hours, but that's a rare case that we do it. I share my dog with my mother and her fiance. That was the deal because I knew that I can't take care of him alone. And he can stay alone for 8 hours, but we never really do more than 5 hours. I think 7 hours is still somehow fine, but it's still a long time. I would never really recommend letting your dog alone for more than 6 hours, but I know it's possible. Like everyone has a different view on that. But you have to do that step by step. I know it's already 2 years ago, so it doesn't matter if I tell it to you now. But maybe another person has that question. It's just important that you do it step by step. Like first, I when Taro was still a puppy, I left him alone in one room. Like first I took him everywhere. Like when I brushed my teeth, went to the toilet, he just came with me. But at some point I just left him here in the room. Then I went to the toilet, did some things, and then after some days, I also went outside for 5 minutes and for 10 minutes, 50 minutes, and 1 hour. I have cameras around my house and always see and hear if anything is wrong. And it's just important that you do it step by step. I don't really like it to leave Taro alone. He isn't really alone a lot because, like I said, we're like 3 people. And but it's possible. I just don't really recommend more than 6 hours. Like if there is a different solution, I would look into that, like a dog walker or maybe a family member who's living close by or a friend. But in the end, it's possible. It's I don't really like it so much to leave dogs alone that long because they're social animals in the end. Did you have any problem with aggressiveness? Does he show any reaction if you put your hand on his food while eating? Like I said, aggressiveness towards other dogs happens, but he never shows aggression towards me. Never. I did it from the start when he was a puppy, when I gave him food or a snack, that I just took it from him from time to time. Just take it for 5 seconds or 10 seconds and then giving him the snack back. I can still do it today. Even when he has something in his mouth, I can still grab it and take it out. It was always very important for me when I have such a big dog, which can be dangerous. Like if you really want to hurt someone, he could. He could probably kill me if he really want to. So it was always very important for me that he never gets aggressive when taking his food or when he doesn't really like something. Of course, if I notice that he doesn't like something, I don't proceed to do it, like hugging him or anything. So I just did this part of training since he was small. And I do this until today, just sometimes picking up his food. And he is such a sweet soul. He just looks at you like this, like, and then I feel so bad and give him back his snack. So no, no aggressiveness towards me, my mother, or her fiance. I wouldn't be sure if my friends would try to take his food, but why would they do that? How does he react when friends or family come to your house? He is really protective. He's a guard dog in the end. And it takes a lot of time until he calms down. He doesn't bite them. He isn't doing anything to them. He also doesn't jump at them. He just barks at them a lot and is growling sometimes. But when he does it, I'm always standing up and correct him. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes, but sometimes it takes 1 hour until he calms down. So I wouldn't say he's aggressive, but just wants to protect me and the house. I'm thinking of getting an Akita male as a first time dog, and just like you, I'm very stubborn myself and don't really want to get any other kind of breed for first timers. Yes, and that's totally fine as long as you're doing your research and know that Akitas are just really different. You will do fine. You're a pretty cute dog as well, yeah. Okay. How do you feel Akita would do in a multi-dwelling home type situation? Uh, that's totally fine. Tyra also lives like this. Like sometimes he lives in a house, sometimes in a flat. Like I said, because my mother and me and her fiance are sharing this dog. That's not a problem at all. He also doesn't have a problem with all the neighbors. They know him since he was small. They love him. I'm not sure about if he loves them, but he accepts them. If I'm worried about a relationship with the yeah, it's important if you want to have a connection to an Akita that you see him a lot. Like I said, my mother, her fiance, and me are sharing Taro, and so every one of us took care of him a lot. It's important just to get to know the dog and see him a lot or her, and that he's used to your smell, how you talk, how you behave. And if you're a bit fearful of big dogs, I can't really give any tips on that. Just know that Akitas are gentle giants in the end. If you gain their trust, they're super gentle, would never harm you. I always feel very safe with Taro. I'm more fearful of other human beings when I'm outside. How is he now? Yeah, I just talked about that. Somebody asked it's an American Akita or an Akita Inu. It's an Akita Inu. It's the Japanese one. Yeah, the I think those questions I already answered with this video, I guess. Or maybe not how I prepared myself, it just I informed myself. I joined a lot of Facebook groups. It's I know nobody uses Facebook today anymore, but it's very helpful when you want to join some groups and exchange tips and or just want to talk about problems. Even when you don't want any tips, but just want to vent about your problems, it's also very helpful because then you notice there are a lot of other people who have the same problems. So that is really important. How did you train him with food? And sometimes they just don't want to, and that's fine. Tips for a first time dog owner: just do your research, know what you're getting into, know that this dog breed isn't easy. And if you're looking for a dog who you can go to the dog park with, maybe you have off leash, you want to bring them to social gatherings, keep in mind that this is maybe not possible. Of course, there are Akitas where this is possible, but just keep in mind that can be that you can't do that. For example, also take Taro to social gatherings. When I invite my friends, he's of course here. That's fine, but I don't take him with me somewhere because it's like, no, I just don't do it. He's better at home. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I guess this video is way too long. Let's see if those are 2 or 3 parts. I'm so sorry that it took me so long. If you have any other questions, I will answer them faster because now I feel more comfortable with all the streaming setup. Maybe we can do a live stream. I'm not sure if there are people interested in it. Or I will just post another video. Yeah, that was the update, I guess. Sorry that I didn't have a script. It's probably a lot of information and it's not very structured. I probably talked about the same topic a lot of time without noticing it. Yeah, I'm so sorry about it. I try to get better. I just really want to have this done and upload the video, so I didn't want to take time to write a script because then it would take longer and then maybe I'm posting the video next year. So I want to post it now. So thank you so much. See you the next time. And I hope we can talk more about Akitas and maybe other things. And yeah, if you're interested in my personal life, like living in Japan, you can always follow me on Instagram. Or if you're interested in streams, of course, on Twitch. Right now, I'm mostly streaming in German, but I don't have any problem with streaming in English. Or maybe we're doing a stream about Akita Inus here on YouTube or Twitch or wherever. Just let me know in the comments. Bye bye.